just get him on the rifle he wants, and then just go from there. You know, I think that Evil Geniuses just need to let Obo have so much freedom to be able to do what he wants, and he'll bring the success to them rather than them having to force the issue against a team like Endpoint.
We'll have to wait and see exactly how the calling style of Stanislaw brings Obo into the mix to start off on Vertigo. Endpoint over on that T side, looking to try and get fast control out towards ramp, and Tarek moving over towards the sandbags could be that hidden entity.
Two players standing by. Execution. Headshots from Breezy. Takes out Mighty Max. Kicks things off one enough. The nice nade back to his position, but if he goes down, will they be able to account for the second man? Stanislaw focusing on the site at side alley. Sees where Robin is. Taps through. Eventually gets that kill. And now Tarek just waits and waits and lets one player escape his ire. Does get crucial to form. Flames is just going to escape position and eventually go down regardless. It's all left to Surreal in a 1 versus 3. And that one backstabbing position, that one player in Tarek, the one that didn't get checked, is going to cost them everything here on Endpoint. Surreal will try and fight, but too many CTs to deal with, so it becomes a pistol for Evil Geniuses.
What a bait that was for EG. You could just see that Breezy's just jiggle peeking out from the sandbags position, gets a great shot to start off the round, and even Stan trying to fall back and reposition on the side is able to get a bit of a fadeaway. And once they've already dealt with Breezy, they're probably not going to hard check that position, certainly knowing that they're in the mad disadvantage scenario. And for Tarek, while he does allow the bomb to go down for the T side, that is a really good retake in from Evil Geniuses. That was class in the pistol.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Big way in, of course. They've won the last 2 pistols in this series so far, so they get that 3 for 3. With the conversions that they've also found as well, like without those rounds, Endpoint could have made it a much more one-sided affair in that first map. So seeing that come through for Evil Geniuses, again, a very positive start for them. The bomb plant will allow the rifles to come in for Surreal and Flamesy as well. 2 AKs to boot. 2 Deagles and a Galil also standing by at the T-side line.
And I'll make the pointer again. To start off this best of 3, Evil Genius was with 3-19 when it came into the pistol rounds, and they're now 3 from 3 today. It's been an excellent way for them to start out on Vertigo, and don't tell me they're not going to check the sandbags again.
Oh no, guys, please. Molotov will come through, but it still gives Tarek a chance to strike, and he gets 2 frags for it. Almost a 3rd kill on Robin. And he'll burn him alive. To a 3 versus 3 situation. To their credit, Endpoint have actually kept control, and now the man advantage tips their way as Cirque goes down. 2 players are tagged up heavy, though, and they'll have that M4 in the end. Nades up. Robin, 2 low HP. It's easy kill to find. The bomb plant will get picked up by Surreal instead. He'll go for the plant instead. No secondary HE, so it will be secured this time.
Flamesy's going to have to be the star again for this T side. Surreal incredibly low. Hasn't been seen on the edge of that smoke. Has been able to get a little bit of safety, but Stanislaw's now seen a little bit of the corner, and Surreal still comes up big. A double to come out from him in this second round means that Obo's the last one.
Lovely.
Getting spammed down out towards the sniper's nest, and Endpoint go back and forth, lose the pistol, win the force buy, and the rifles, Surreal in particular, that is a really crucial round from him.
It's in the pre-series, you talked a little bit about Endpoint's second round conversion rate being particularly of note, and it didn't come through in that first map. In this one, though, this is that's a good turnaround. Shuts the economy down for EG. The crucial thing that people don't seem to remember about the pistols is that obviously you get that extra round bonus if you lose the pistol, but if you lose the conversion after that, then the team that won the pistol doesn't get any such bonus. So they're down to $1,400. Deagles on a full investment. Kevlar lacking in helmets, which will be fine against everyone except the Galil, which is taken out of play first and foremost, actually. So Breezy, Cirque combines for a secondary frag. They've dropped that bomb! What is this, Endpoint?
Oh no. Well, that's one way to lose round 3. CTs just start pressing up from ramp. T-side are going to have to get some unreal entries, and will at least have been able to get a couple. Aggression coming through, but now more TT side players fall. Evil Geniuses has a 5-on-2 advantage, and now they might lose this round.
Alright, order restored by Endpoint, but that definitely did get dicey, and it will be an expensive round at the same time. Smoke on, Cirque still creeping close. If he lines up these 2 players, 2 bullets could be enough to deal with them here. Surreal gonna go for the plant. No idea where Cirque is. He'll creep forward. Catch them! Almost took Robin as well. Could have breathed on him to take him down. The 3rd kill found, a 2nd to the board of Endpoint, just maintaining control.
And I can imagine Stan the man is not happy with that one, right? 5-on-2 advantage and you lose that? Come on, EG. You're better than that. In that position, they didn't even need a fight ramp. They just fall back, play the side defensive. Peek off one another's contact, have established crossfires. Instead, it's loose, it's wild, it's playing with a lot of freedom, and they lose it because of it. Endpoint, I can't believe they recovered that round.
Eco got to come through in full this time for Evil Geniuses, but PT50 in for Breezy with a flashbang at the ready. Stack in towards the A site, sorry, the B site I should say though, as the teams lean towards A. Just grab that bomb, push it in, just get the round under their control. Shouldn't be too much of a worry again. Evil Geniuses, gamble stack. Gone for these a couple of times here, and they haven't always worked out. This is a case where it will not work out. The full owners of the site, the full bomb plant in. And what should be a third to the board of the T side, getting off on the right start this time.
Yeah, Endpoint. They're starting to thrive a little bit here in these last couple of rounds by stringing them together. Hey, you've got to expect for EG, maybe they could just try and sort of like bomb rush themselves into the site. Hopefully try and see if they can find a bit of an exit kill. They do catch one player off towards a ramp position, but how much more they're going to find doesn't look like it's going to be too much more than that. One kill falling over for the T side. Other than that, everyone else stays alive. So 3 on the board for Endpoint. Evil Geniuses, a chance for them to buy back, but they won't have that AWP in Cirque's hands just yet.
That could also be said for Endpoint, though. The damage being done on that force buy. It was crucial, having to take another round on the chin. Probably going to have it for the next round, though, so let's see if Endpoint will just be able to maintain themselves and just continue the economy state, so that way they have the full-blown rifles for the next round after that. I mean, next probably going to have to be a half fire and eco from them based on how much money they have in the reserve. Robin! Oh, dear. Not ready for the boost bot of Stanislaw. Kill found pretty easy. Waiting for even more. The AUG burst up of Oboe, doing damage to Surreal, counter flashes and nades. Not doing as much damage, actually. A secondary nade, wall tanking the 57, but still 22 down on Surreal and the casualty of Robin.
And Robin just sprinting the 100 meters there out from mid, not even checking the position, just trying to see if they can get some quick and early map control, and they pay the price for it. They at least do some damage back with the nades out towards Oboe, anchoring a B, and they've been able to slow walk their way into yellow now.
Pressing forward, making quite a fair amount of noise, so the CTs that are up here will know what's going on. Got Cirque setting up utility to side alley, actually towards the main site, I should say. Missed that flashbang, though. No players blinded for it. Smoke on. Flames is going to cross. The bomb is on the back of Crucial, though. He's the one that has to make his way to site.
Stan's not going to try and press through that smoke, get a flash over the top, find that first. More players start swinging in, but more players start going back over towards the T side. 3 versus 3, bomb not yet planted, so much spam damage coming through. It gets quite chaotic. Crucial now starting to take the fight, and now all comes down to the 1 versus 1. Flamesy on top of the sandbags up against Breezy. Bombs dropped in the open, getting closer to 30 seconds left on the clock, and it's all going to come down to a matter of timing. And the AK wins another clutch over for the T side. Flamesy keeps the streak alive. It's 4 in a row for Endpoint.
Both players in that 1 versus 1 were stellar elements for their sides in the first map, but Flamesy just that little bit better. Winning the fight, winning the round as well for Endpoint, and barely maintaining control of their economy state. Eco half buy coming in from Evil Geniuses, and the AKs can be afforded by Endpoint just by the fact of the round that came in for them. If that had lost, though, they would be in a very shaky economical situation, and they still could be as well. If damage is sustained, if EG steal this round, Endpoint need to get some confidence on the boards relatively soon, else EG are going to be able to find that reset and then just find momentum and the control from there.
Yeah, you're waiting to know that when is that going to happen, though? You're almost expecting that when the economy starts rolling, once EG string a couple of rounds together, maybe we will see them be a little bit more dominant, but how long is it going to be until we get to that moment? 4-1 up, going into round 6, a light investment coming through onto the half by Eco. Decent damage coming through onto the T side, but it is certain to be the first one to fall.
Stanislaw creeping up the back lines could set up a decent kill in the back stab. Flamesy seeing 2 more CTs, going to deal with one of them. Put the Molotovs and the flashbangs back into the back lines to ensure the other one cannot peek forward. Tarek is there at alley, and could be a bit of a problem if they're not careful for this. Stanislaw revealing his hand, and Tarek gets dealt with. Van falling to the hands of Surreal as Robin cleans up Oboe in the back. So, yeah, nice and easy again for the anti-eco. All 5 alive for the T side. That's the confidence I was hoping for at the start of the round. The money should sit pretty as well. Shouldn't be affording any more rifles at this stage. They can get the round back into round 8. The rifle buy can come through from EVG meanwhile. And the AWP is out for Cirque as well. Let's see if he can post up a few more frags compared to the last map.
Yeah, got to bounce back with a vengeance, right? Start him getting involved as quickly as possible. And for EG, pressure's on for them to be able to start and just get things going on this CT side. They can't afford to get off to a slow start, especially being a map down in the series already. Smoke goes down out towards alley. Cirque still wants to try and peek around it, though.
Gap below the smoke, and he looks on for contact. Oh, gets tagged by Flamesy, but managed to land that flick on the adjustment. So well played from the AWP. Kicks things off on the right foot. Does get tagged to 46 though, and that might be a bit of a concern for the CD side going forward, but you can see how they adjust him here. Back into hard cover over at the white boxes. He'll take a shot and fall back down to the site itself, so Endpoint have potential, but they're still on the back foot.
One of the first times we've actually seen Endpoint on this T side be in that man disadvantage scenario. EG have got a strong crossfire set up towards the A site with 3 players, and there was a bit of alert coming through from Surreal over towards B, but they're going to bring the whole cavalry in towards A and try and get those cross smokes down.
Flashes over, Breezy with the M4. For Max and Co. AK trying to swing up, flashbang in to catch off that player, sees him, tags him, Crucial. Gets on top of the sandbags though, gets the frag back for the T side. Tarek catches 2 kills though to return man advantage. Surreal will only be able to find 1 trade, so it's a 3 versus 2 that favors EG. Cirque is still tagged and repositioning away from the site defensive itself. They have a HE that they can put down in the bomb plant position, but Surreal could probably just tank it and get the bomb plant in, which is what he'll do here. HE back line does its damage, but Crucial gets the kill to a 2 versus 2, making it 1 up against Obo next up. Obo finds the trade, now looking for the last one here. 1v1 with a slight HP advantage for Surreal. AK also in hand, giving up his angle to the right, and Obo is just waiting for a mistake to come through, but he's the one that's got to act here. No kit on the retake, seeing taps come through, catches off that man, and eventually Surreal gives the angle, gives the frag, gives the round for the CT side.
That's what they needed, Jay. That's what they needed. One of those big rounds, one of those big clutches, and it's down to Obo. We knew what he did in that first map, and now we know what he could do out on Vertigo, holding his ground. That could have been a really important play for Crucial. He's starting to press forward, slow walks into the side, trying to see if they can get the man advantage back in their favor, but it comes down to the clutch. And for EG, it comes down to the economy too. Yes, they win that round. Yes, they get that second, but they could be instantly reset. Lost bonus now knocked back a margin, 2900, no money in the reserve. Even the buy coming forward is going to mean an SMG down for Stan and a FAMAS out for Breezy.
UMP for Stanislaw. Again, that's just the firepower disadvantage against the Endpoint side. That bomb plant bonus really is something for the T's. And then with this buy up, like, they have a chance to get reset on EG. Endpoint, the same can't be said, especially if they secure another bomb plant here. That's going to be another buy back for the T side line. Flashes into the ramp control. They press on and try and catch off the EG side, but Cirque just suppressed back here towards side alley with the AWP. Not many angles for the CTs to work with. Flamesy could be on to open up the round if he starts to extend here.
Well, this is an aggro AWP play coming out from Cirque. Trying to just hope that someone wide swings him or even just jiggle peeks up from construction, but it doesn't seem like that's happening so far. The T's holding their ground, and for Evil Geniuses, they're in a position where they're very limited with the information they've got. Not a lot of noise has been made by this Endpoint side. No util has even been used from them really out from ramp.
Trinity in, Flamesy still watching the angle for Cirque. When does he swing? His patience going to be a virtue for the Israeli. It might well be. 3 players are now stuck their way. 4 players are stuck their way onto the side. Look how far Mighty Max is, but finally Flamesy gets a bit impatient, and that allows the kill to come through against him. Cirque swings back on Max as well. Crucial can find a trade, but Cirque is still focusing on one player, looking for a frag back of his own right. Now focusing on the site itself. Crucial going around that corner, eventually overrun with damage, but damage sustained on the T side as well allows Surreal to fall to the Molotov. The Fama combining alongside damage to a 3 versus 2 now. Evil Geniuses have 1 kit in on Obo. Smoke that can go down as well was used actually to go smoke the cross instead, allowing Crucial a chance to swing as Breezy pops out before it blooms. Now Stan is on site, flashed out again, going to keep both players of the CT side blind, and Crucial seeing where that bomb is peeking out past the sandbags. They swing together, 1 player goes wide. Crucial can't quite land that shot, but he's going to wait and bait. The spray through, the kill on the first man. Obo's forced off it, the spray transfer doesn't get to Robin, and as great as the clutch that was, it will not be enough. Endpoint will secure 6.
Oh my goodness, that round. First of all, Cirque has such a big hold out from the alley position. He waits for so long for that swing to come out. He even denies that bomb, and you're looking at that thinking, right, EG, this round's theirs, 3 versus 2. They smoke out from the ramp position. Big kill comes through from Crucial, a 4K from him. What a map E is having on this T side. 12 kills and 6 deaths, and sometimes, Jay, he looks even better with the rifle when he's got the AK in play.
This is looking at, I don't want to say one-to-one like the Endpoint I talked about when I talk about them having this map as a strength in their pool. but very close to it. Nades on, that's going to damage up the scam up players. Not quite taking Cirque out of the round though. 16 HP and Breezy's taken 61. Continue up to that boost, they heard the footstep. Not one player back at Sandbags. Again, Tarek's going to be, or to attempt to be a bit of a thorn on their side, but Endpoint are ringing it here, putting Nades up to his position. He's tagged down 40.
That second nade missed, actually. That lands in there, and he's a goner. He's a dead man at that point. EG are putting so much out towards this ramp control, looking to over-aggress, see if they can catch the T-side a little bit flat-footed, but they just go straight into the crossfires. Tarek finds one on the CT basis, but that's it.
And now Obo's left alone on site. Backup is just about arriving here in Stanislaw. This Deagle is the main damage dealer. Smoked up. I think Surreal may have spotted him. Well, the side A players will definitely do so now. He takes one head off the shoulders. And Stanislaw forces forward. Hold on just a moment. Obo taking Surreal. No, not like this, Endpoint. Crucial. AK behind the smoke. See Stan takes that frag to 1 versus 1. Looking for Obo. Tapping through. Top performer for Endpoint right here. And the frag counts and just about secures the clutch. But for an eco buy, they did so much damage to the T side.
You know what I'm noticing, Jay? We're seeing big performers coming out from both respected teams on both respective maps. It was the Obo versus Flamesy challenge out on that first, and now it seems like it's Obo against Crucial. 15 kills coming in for the Dutchman. And EG, they might be a bit disappointed they lost that round, but they've got to be happy with the damage they've done. That was an eco, and now they're bringing double AWPs into round 10.
Good shot from Obo to follow suit with that damage onto Surreal. Turns that AWPer up, gets the kill in. Double AWPs in play for the CT side. And Robin's made his way all the way around the back line, so he could catch off both for the CTs here on the defensive. If he gets that kill together, then the execution could come in pretty easy. See Stan, headshot found, tap through, spray up. That's a bomb plant, at least.
That's round done. That's an instant save. It's got to be for EG. There's no way that they can retake in. And that was such a sick play out from Robin. We saw that he went for a similar one about, what, 5 or 6 rounds ago, where he just ran up that mid-control, got punished straight away. I think it may have been in one of the opening rifle rounds. That time around, though, there is a gap in the defense. Obo gets extended out quite aggressively to look for that first pick out from the B stairs. And because of that, the wrap comes in, waits for the trigger discipline, gets both players, and Endpoint find their 8th.
The boys are doing it. Not quite near the end of the map up or the series just yet, but Endpoint in a flyer here on T side. Again, looking at the first half of this map up like we did over on Inferno as well, we're looking at a favored half for Endpoint on T, so the second half could be a bit of a difference, but right now, like, the executions look good. That backstab was something absolutely glorious. Just watch it again. Look at the patience from Robin right here to spot out Stan, confirm the headshot, spray through on Obo. Reactions were not there for the CT side, and now a tactical pause has got to come through from Evil Geniuses. They know that they're behind by a significant margin now.
And just think of the perspective from Endpoint in this sort of position, right? They've come into Pro League as, you know, one of the weakest teams, right? Certainly the weakest team in Group D, without a doubt. Going into the group of death, and they're potentially looking down at 2 wins. One over Fnatic and one over Evil Geniuses. Yes, it is potentially quite early to call it on the second map of Vertigo, but when you're up 8-2 and you're looking as threatening as you are so far, Evil Geniuses have just not found form, and out of those 2 rounds, one of them was the pistol.
That's concerning as well. Because remember, the reason why things got so close, or in my mind, part of the reason why things got so close was because of the pistol line conversions that EG were able to take on both halves over on Inferno.
Yeah.
They haven't had that opportunity to do so here on the first half of Vertigo. And the utility is in for the defaults here. Much more passive from Endpoint this time around.
Evil Geniuses, we haven't really seen a lot of adaptation in terms of aggression. They're not fighting for this ramp control. We're not really seeing aggression coming out towards the B stairs either. They've been very passive across the board on this CT side, and for Endpoint, this is just allowing them to take this ramp control without even any fights being taken.
Much more passive from EG this time. Rifles pressing onwards here, and the spray through on Breezy. Caught out to the outside, nades back and forth. Flamesy catches that first kill on Breezy, sprays through the smoke, desperate to find a second, but that's not going to come true for him. Obo Also caught with similar blindness. The bomb plant can be secured in the midst of the chaos. They had no idea it was coming in. No info to the fact. And I think EG might be considering a save here. They're held back passive at the sniper's nest angle. One player at boost oranges. Smokes are coming in, actually. They're going to consider this. 2 kits in play, so it is still possible. Surreal looking on for Obo first, though. He's backed up, spray up, does that damage. Tarek also takes some tags. Flamesy with the kill. Tarek trading in back 3-on-3 situation. Surreal out in the open. Crucial back at Sandbags. They get the AWP kill on the player in the backlines. And Surreal just on the bomb, trying to ensure they can't stick it. They're still there. The knife's coming out. What are you doing, man? The kill comes back. Robin's nowhere near the chance. And the defuse will come through for EG instead.
Oh, chaos starts coming through out to that A site from Evil Geniuses. They put the smokes down. It looks like for a minute that Surreal is just going to be such a difficult entity. The knife comes through, but just not on the right position. Cirque is sweating it on that defuse, but it's a 3rd round for EG, man.
That was poor from Surreal, man. I think that he should have backed off because it would have given the angle for the AK ramp to spray through to that position. You can see how pressed he was onto the bomb itself. I didn't like that at all. I did not like that at all there from Endpoint. Tactical still out for EG, though. They're knowing the chaos. They could have easily lost that round. But their main focus is going to have to be on 2 things. 1, shutting down Flamesy. 2, shutting down Crucial. Because those have been the guys that have been the biggest issues for them so far on this T side.
What's the biggest surprise for me as well is just like how impactful Crucial's actually been with the AK. And I normally see him being one of those AWPers that can be somewhat proficient when he's got the rifle in his hands, but certainly much more sort of strength comes through when he does have that AWP and the big green gun. But his phenomenal entries and trading game has been what's won Endpoint so many rounds on this T side. And one of the first times that Endpoint aren't even really taking this fast ramp control either.
Instead it's onto the stairs area. Or 1 player on the lurk. Going to be some sort of T-side contact, but they're being very careful about his position right now. Ramp control, as standard, just comes in with utility to isolate and force the CTs back, so that way they don't lose those early engagements. That can be where Endpoint lose these rounds, and EG know it. Their post-plants have been stellar so far in this series. The executions have gotten better as well. They are pressing forward, wrapping around a side alley. They've got Breezy and Tarek to find, and Tarek will go down. Are they ready for Breezy? Just about. They do find 1 trade, though. 4 versus 3. Cirque with the AWP in the midst of the smoke. The bomb should get picked up and planted from here.
And no kit in play here for the city side. Bomb plant going through. No wallbang shots as of yet. There is one to come in from Cirque, but it's only doing damage at this point. The CTs need a big player to step up at this position because they're down a man.
Real still sticking here on his bomb plant angle. The nade also being awkwardly missed. Real was caught by a secondary tag, 16 HP, and Obo can finish the job, but gets tagged to 19. CT's pressing on here. No kits for this retake, so Endpoint have time to play with. Flamesy boosted up, catches the headshot of the 1 player jumping over. AWP as Cirque looks for his kill, but Obo is dealt with by Crucial, and now Cirque has got to save the AWP. No money for Evil Geniuses. They're going to force him back, try and hunt him down. Flamesy, if he gets this kill, that definitely would be impressive, but Cirque will find a trade and at least get an exit for his team. But that'll be 9 to the board of Endpoint. And I mean, we talk about the first half looking good for them on Inferno. This has looked significantly better than we've seen for them so far in this series, at least.
I think you're making a really good point about the pistols, right? Like, I'm looking back now in the back of my mind to an Inferno. I'm thinking 16-13, when you're down 0-3 on each respected halves, maybe it does make a big difference. And for Endpoint, they're proving it out here on Vertigo of what difference this makes. Evil Geniuses buy eco, round after round after round. They've got to put more on this city board. They can't get away with only 3.
Oh, Cirque seeing that first player before the smoke balloon, but he cannot hit the flick shot. Playing aggressive for the CT side here on ramp once again. 1 more CT going a bit closer to the ramp control though. Tarek's also at side alley. Breeze is going to be a real issue for them though. If they can't find him, the Eagle could be on for several frags here at the end of the smoke. Tarek will take Mighty Mags. That's a good start. And now Breezy might not be read upon. What's the likelihood of 2 CTs pressing up to this position? Well, Cirque gets traded. The AWP down. Smoke starting to clear. Breezy sneaks around the back lines. The standstill gets dealt with, so Breezy can find that trade, but a 3 versus 2 is ensued. B site's now just contested by 1 player of Obo. Gets Surreal at least and lands the headshot on Robin as well. And the fast and loose aggression from Endpoint might cost them here. Not ready for the aggressive plays of EG. They play this one fantastically.
Oh, what an anchor hold out from Obo. He realizes as with all of the training that's going out towards ramp that if he presses quite up aggressively towards Banger, he's got a potential of them just flying into the site without really them hard checking the position and slowing it down. Couple of kills, picks up the AK. And for Crucial, time is on his side. 40 seconds left. He's got options. Looks like he wants to try and go back up from mid.
Seconds. Hear the footsteps over towards the B site. Second player's also out there at Scaff. Crucial's got to turn back to his left, and he's no idea. Breezy finds the frag, finds the round, falls to the board of EG with a great response in against Endpoint, a much needed one at this stage, and coming out of a very unlikely buy. They lost the AWP in that one. It can still be brought back by Cirque. But again, Evil Geniuses, I don't think they should have lost that round. I think there should have been Endpoint, I should say, shouldn't have lost that round. They had the rifles in, and the only reason why they were able to win it there on the EG side was because they just got aggressive and they caught them off guard. That should have been dealt with, you know. They should have found the kills early.
And for EG, it's a chance. It's their first City round in which they haven't done it on a retake. AWP shot comes out from Cirque onto Mighty Max to get another man advantage. And for Endpoint, could this be where they start to get a little bit startled here? Don't get settled continuously over for the rest of this T-side half. EG with a couple of AKs too on the City side in from that last round. A big advantage going into round 14 now.
AK's at the ready here, utility standing by. CTs are backed off by default. Breezy might get flashed in though. They've gone for some aggressive peeks here on the CT forces. And Cyril with his back turned might not be ready for it. Orpa Circle also standing by, utility coming in, Flash is missed out, second one does catch them for blind, and Breezy will get caught for dead. Same thing, no! Sark gets the collateral, and now looks in for the triple no. Surreal shuts down the Orpa, but they need to get that bomb, pick it up, get it planted to the site. They've stalled it for a moment's notice, and one player aggressing will try to press the CTs from here.
Flames is going to try and take the fight immediately, catches that first player off, even looks back over towards the sniper's nest position, but it doesn't come in, especially with that nade onto his teammate. It's a real Evil Geniuses getting the numbers game down with that AWP. The collateral comes out from Cirque.
And that shot basically secured in the round right there. Evil Geniuses. Couple of issues during the mid portion of this half, but they might be on for another 9-6. Rifles in against the four-sport pistols for Endpoint, so it's looking likely that EG might turn that 6th to their favor to repeat performance compared to Inferno. Endpoint were looking like a real confident squad in this half, but right now that might disappear. And again, with their T-side being the favored half, EG might be able to work with something from this.
Well, the money's disappeared, we know that. By coming through into round 15 looks very, very awkward indeed. What can they do about this Sandbags player too from Breezy? There's been a couple of moments where the T's haven't checked this angle, and Breezy gets a perfect timing on the swing.
That Sandbags player has been so great here for EG. Two players lurking back there, catching them off guard, swing at the right moment, timing it so well. And now the aggression from Tariq will also start to put up some more hurt against Endpoint. Crucial to fall, 5-on-3. Damage done to Surreal as well, and Obo's creeping up the back line, so they're sandwiched into the ramp control.
They know it's got to be a player towards the A side. This backstab is just taking a little bit more time, but Evil Geniuses, they've got everyone on A.
They know, they just know it. Deagle of Flamesy, shut down by Tariq. Doubles up against Robin, it's all after Surreal. As Breezy finds his double in this round, and Evil Geniuses will find that 6th. Endpoint were looking good over on T side, but bottling it towards the end might give Evie a chance going into the second half. Still close as it's ever been between EG and Endpoint. But Endpoint, again, hold a lead of 3 different rounds. If EG can do what they did on Inferno, they can equalize, take a lead. But we did see the pistol conversion get won by Endpoint in the first half. Can they replicate here on the second? That is the question. Pistols out of the pistol round. Smoke molly for Stanislaw, diffusing for Robin. Double flash with smoke for Mighty Max. And the T's press towards the mid control.
B split looks to be coming through for the EG side. A couple of sets of util down for Stanislaw in particular, and Robin is going to have to be that one defender to try and see if he could just pull the mid players in for a little bit longer. Bit of a gap in that smoke, but the push is already coming in. Robin
seeing what's going on. Surreal will catch off one headshot, swing back towards the stairs area. Can he get sucked? No, he can't. Was so close to it, but if he was able to land that kill, that might have stalled for extra time. Now they swamp the B site. The bomb plant will come through, and the CTs are up for the retake here.
Now they've got the kit in play and they've got that util down onto Mighty Max, but do they have the timing? Do they have the crossfires? Flash coming in, the CT's looking to pounce.
And late lurking from Stanislaw could also close in the backstab. It's all down to the main side. Defensive though, 2 kills per side, making it 3 as Robin and Mighty Max combine. Now Robin's got to get towards the bomb site right now. The clock catches Max, and Robin has got to win this fight against Stan. The backstab is good enough. Is he going to tap and stick the defuse here? Here's the footstep coming in, smoke up as well. USP wins the fight for the CT side. And I think for the first time in this series, Endpoint just won the pistol round.
Okay, well, we get into a position that you're right, 1 from 4 in pistols. And that could be the way to continue things going. That wrap out from the mid position in terms of a backstab looked like it was going to be the winning goods right from Stanislaw. No one had any idea about it from Endpoint, but the 1 versus 1 comes through. Smoke goes down onto the bomb. There was a potential that Robin just could have stuck it, but he draws him out to the open and wins another clutch for Endpoint.
Such a big win for them. The bomb plant is secured by EG at least, so the rifles can come through, but you can see how aggressive the CTs want to get. Similar aggression to what Evil Geniuses are bringing there towards the ramp control. And the SMG burst fire, the spray is blind, will send some bullets flying and try to see if they can get a kill back, or at least force Evil Geniuses to rotate. Cirque will take a dink down, and yeah, they will back off from the A play.
A little bit of early damage being taken by the T side, and they don't really capitalize on anywhere else in terms of map control. Nade goes down deep towards the B stairs position, not really doing a lot, forcing Surreal a little bit further back, and maybe even a bit of a rotation to come in from Mighty Max too. And Endpoint reluctant to try and get this info. This has been silent from the T's.
Surreal sees Tarek, drops that bomb, so gets the trade. Mighty Max through the smoke, can now hold dominion over the bomb's area here. 4 versus 3, Stan's got to swing up and pick it up. We've got to get a bomb plant as well. Man advantage goes the way of the Endpoint side here with 1 M4 in tow. It might be a bit of a difficult situation for them, but Flamesy putting utility down. I think there's a smoke towards the main entrance, so that's going to force the Deagle of Obo to peek in wide, or just get on top of the sandbags. That also works. Flashbang turning in from T-side players back line. Mighty Max gets that frag. Obo desperately tapping away with the Deagle, but Robin finds the frag in the midst of the smoke. Circling a 1-on-3. They're on the bomb right now. He could spray through. Flames has been seen. Crucial's going to try to play distraction. Eventually the M4 will come up with the kill, and the defuse will come through for Endpoint.
They've got a force again here for the T side, knowing that you've got a bomb plant and 3 kills and down 6 to 11. You've got to buy again. Try and get that force investment. See if you're able to change things, because they just can't let themselves get off to a slow start again. We saw what happened in that first half. Endpoint, great util coming down onto that retake. That smoke near Obo's position forced him a little bit into the open with that elevation on top of the sandbags that you mentioned. And there it is. The buy's got to come through, and it does into round 18.
Galil's in on 3 players though, so it's definitely not the best. The M4's out for everybody here on the CT side, except Crucial, who's rocking the AK. Slightly better in that respect. Mid control from 2 players. Tarek and Cirque leaning up. The Galil watching up on the boost spot. Flames is going to burst through the M4, so is Crucial with the AK. Nade's back. Not going to do any damage. The T's are playing very passive in this ramp control, knowing that Endpoint are going to go hyper aggressive with a lot of presence out here. They start to back off now, though.
Now, the one big issue here for EG is the lack of util. Without anyone buying down to an SMG, a MAC-10, or an MP7, it means that they just don't really have a lot of it. So a lot of these frags are going to have to be relatively dry. HG down towards a ramp position is well positioned to do some early tag damage.
Smoke's on. Try and get some vision blocked off towards the side alley entrance. Utility in hand of Robin as he sees the swing coming through the T side. Flamesy back up past the side of the site. Spray through Incendiary's up. Stanislaw just barely escapes with his life as Tarek finds the trade. But heavy damage sustained by the T's. 4 on 4. Bomb out in the open. I don't think a smoker's going to cover it. Crucial. Going to get caught by wall bangs as the sprays continue and they try and aggress towards the alley control here for EG. Tarek and San starting to peek together. Sees that one player top of the booster reel. Gets tagged and sprayed down to 34 points of health. Flamesy still catches that kill. Stanislaw gets the trade together. Sprays back on Mighty Max through the smoke, denies the defuse here. Someone's got to get on it. It's got to be Surreal ideally, but he falls next. Crucial up to face in a 1 versus 3. He's got the kit in play, but no cover to stick the ninja at this stage. And it seems like Evil Geniuses will win a round. One final kill to secure it for real. And that'll be 7 to the T side.
They didn't give up. They did not give up on that post plant. The spam damage, the spray through smoke, they're just trying to create a lot of chaos. They're trying to slow it down, and Endpoint realizing that position, rather than just trying to take the fights, let's just try and see if we can get someone onto the bomb and defend, and it just doesn't happen. The diffuser gets caught off. I think that was Mighty Max just trying to get straight up onto the bomb, and now they've been reset with the money. Endpoint have got a force going into round 19.
Yeah, the damage being sustained in those previous couple of rounds. Like you mentioned, the force buy had to come in from EG due to the amount of damage they could have done. And the reset was on. Indeed, the reset will come through. Deagle's out. SMG for Surreal. Galil's still in for the T side, but they're definitely better than the automatics that are brought out for the CT camp. So EG can take the pace of this round the way that they want to. A couple of pieces of utility will be used up here on the A defense. Tarek caught in the midst of that smoke there on the ramp control. It's just damage done to Flamesy. Other than that, no kills.
A double stack in this alley position coming through from the city side, and Flames is just trying to see if he can find a little bit of an edge. Spam gets that one, but not quite the second.
Still turns around a chance for Crucial, though. Gets that 3 versus 3 picking out of alley. Does not get the drive-by on Oboe. Flames been such a great idea, but so much presence back there, it is going to get traded. And now Oboe finds Max in the back, so all left on Surreal. SMG, 19 points of health. Sprayed blind, caught to 19, and, well, just caught out of the round, it seems. Evil Geniuses finding their rhythm now here on T. Surreal knows it's best to hold on to that head Kevlar, but this will mean potentially even going to 9 on the board of the T side. Eco is going to have to get forced back by Endpoint. They forced the issue here. 2 rounds lost bonus. No choice in the matter.
And I've got a feeling, Jay, I've got a really good feeling that this is turned into a proper game. This is really where things start getting interesting. And EG, these last couple of rounds have looked pretty decent for them. They're starting to bring it back. They've got the economy rolling in their favor. Endpoint are going to have to be on a very harsh eco going into the next. And we knew it. We knew that it was going to happen at some point. When it was, we didn't know. But we knew that for EG, once they start getting rounds together, that's when they start getting involved. And I hope it's not too late, right? You're down now to just a deficit of 3, probably looking to make it a deficit of 2. It doesn't feel like it's too late.
And again, with the eco coming through, it's going to be momentum for Evil Geniuses. They've found their form. They've found their rhythm here on T. Started to really deal with some of the main issue players as well for the Endpoint side. We talk about the idea of shutting down Crucial and Flamesy. Well, Robin's also been getting involved with several decent frags. All 3 of those players on at least 17 kills, 19 in the case of Crucial. Those numbers should not increase for this next round. The CT side already taking damage. They're going to try to force 2 CTs up here. Surreal drops in. And now Oboe is a known entity. Will he get chased down? Can they catch him? They'll do that damage. Flamesy needs some backup, though he can't peek alone, and that's what he'll do. It'll be the first kill.
T-side need a little bit of backup here. Don't want to make sure that that AK falls at all. Oh, that SMG's got into a little bit of an interesting position from Surreal. I wonder whether this has been known over from the T side. Oboe's holding down the angle and he's just waiting. Patience is fantastic for him.
I think the T is ready because they slowed things down on the other side of that connector corridor, so... And no real damage being done here by Endpoint. That's tagged on Oboe, only so impactful in the context of this round. In terms of the future rounds, in terms of economical damage, it's not going to mean much. Robin and Crucial dealt with the last 2 kills, all 5 alive for EG. Bolstering themselves, going back into the buys now. Endpoint with rifles. No AWPs though. Crucial's $50 off from buying glass cannon. Whereas M4's out, a FAMAS in for Mighty Max. The economy's still hurting here for the CT side.
It's going to come down to how strong can this T-side be from Evil Geniuses. We know that certainly for Endpoint, they had a very dominant T-side half for the majority of it, being up, 9-3 at one point, and just starting to lose it towards the end of it. And fast play coming out from Obo towards a B-stairs position, looking to try and bring a little bit of aggression out towards ramp 2.
Spray through, blind from Flamesy, Cirque's tag to 12. Almost getting away with that kill. Imagine if they'd started things off by finding the frag on him. Once again, the heavy pressure into the ramp position has aided the Endpoint default. It's forced EG to go back and gain the HP advantage here. Will they continue to try press towards ramp, or will they try and rotate towards B? It seems like with a small little bit of a pull away, they'll push back in and start to press forward towards the alley control.
So are the CTs, though. Crucial's still somewhat aggressive, maybe trying to see if they can get a flash over from a teammate to just peek in towards that ramp and retake the control later into the round. But for EG, they're being silent, and they could just swing out wide.
Smoke down, Breezy with that swing and that kill. Flashbang even Crucial blind. The spray is so far off as a result. And that is clinically clean here from Evil Geniuses. 3 perfect headshots, 3 perfect kills. And just like that, Max and Surreal have to save.
Jeez, it doesn't get much easier than that, does it, for the T side? You've been able to slow walk up past alley towards yellow, and they just swing, and the kills come in so damn quickly. Incredibly crisp, crosshair placement on lock. And Max and Surreal got a save. EG, they're bringing this comeback forward.
Back within 1. An Endpoint, the similarities to Inferno definitely are there, I want to say. I've had a couple of moments now. The momentum is with the Evil Geniuses side. Surreal and Max, or Max is going to get taken down, so Surreal just with this M4. Got a weight contest. Will take something slow. Just swung upon by Breezy and Tarek a half a second later, and he would have held together. And that's nothing that they can carry forward. It's got to be an eco again for the CT side.
And that was 2 players trying to save on the City side. Both players trying to hold on to rifles, and they get none. They've got nothing that they can really work with into round 22. They can upgrade a couple of pistols, get some deagles forward, a P250, little bit of utility and some armor, but all in all, it's a pretty light buy, and they're just trying to see if they could do some damage. Aggression coming out from mid from Flamesy, doesn't quite commit all the way, or he does, looking to go forward, but can't deal it onto Stan.
Shouldn't have hesitated, man. That flashbang caught Stan completely blind, so Flamesy would have been in with an easy kill. And now Endpoint starting to get inside their own heads, perhaps. Starting to feel the pressure of facing off against a North American powerhouse like EG. Breezy, the AK surrounded the corner, gets Crucial next 2 frags. Found Deagle out, and Mighty Max finds that first kill. Needs a second, desperately so. The shot just not connecting. And now it leaves it on 2. 1 player coming in from T-spawn, 1 coming in from CT spawn. A backstab set Surreal with his deagle. Almost caught off Breezy. He was caught in jump face, but 3 kills to his name, and, well, no chance for Robin now.
Yeah, last player just trying to see if they can do a little bit more exit damage, maybe onto Obo, but no, it doesn't quite come in. 21 kills up for the young man, and for Evil Geniuses, it almost gets the feeling that they haven't had to rely on Obo in these last couple of rounds. Yeah, he certainly found his impact. Yeah, he's certainly one of the top fraggers, right, for them, but it seems like there's so many more players in server for EG that are starting to really find some form, and that's where the rounds are coming from.
Rifles back for Endpoint as we go 11 apiece. The CTs were looking so good here in this map, up onto 2-0, and might still find a chance to get another round to maintain the lead, but Flames' spray only good for a single kill. Tarek gets tagged to half. He's able to adjust though against the CT side, and no backup in from ramp control. Crucial fell away so early. He goes back to passive alongside Mighty Max taking the aggressive positions. EG, however, all 4 of their players are set here. They want to go for the A play.
This was proper quick out from EG together, opening one-on-one trade, and for Endpoint, they're stacking everything in towards A. They're even rotating the anchor off a B of Surreal over.
Crucial with a frag on Cirque, M4 Max. Flash is going over, Crucial backs down. 4 on 3, swing back, Mighty Max makes it 3 versus 3. Tarek with a response towards 2. Daniel drops the bomb in 2 versus 2. Surreal and Crucial able to continue facing, continue fragging, and continue the lead here for Endpoint just by the skin of their teeth though. 12-11. The round barely came together there for the CT side, and the buyback is also returning from EG.
That's a tough call to take the fight to them, but that's what happens, and it comes out very successfully. They've stacked up the A site. You kind of think to yourself, okay, they could just play a passive play on retake. No, they don't want to. They want to retake ramp. They want to try and take the fight immediately to their opposition. And now with a lead coming back for Endpoint, that just holds them in the game.
Utility and flashes over Flames in with the M4. The spray just above Breezy's head. Imagine if he got that dink. Info gained, and again, damage being done. But no such luck this time. The AWP, Crucial will watch on. He doesn't see anything. The smoke's keeping the CTs blind right here. Some will start to clear. He might get Stanislaw if he peeks up. I think he might offer him the chance. Swing back instead. Crucial opens up the round. What's Flames are going to get? Absolutely nothing. He falls back.
Yeah, he doesn't overextend in this position. Oh, but the T-side dude, Tarek just runs through the Flames. He takes a lot of damage, but he goes down to 9 points of health, gets that kill back. Robin now trying to fight out from Ali. It's down to 2. Breezy and Cirque.
Oh, my heart can't take moments like that. Utility caught in hand, but the T still press onto the site. Breezy gets picked up. It's all on Cirque now. No info on Crucial. Flashbang pops him out of the ramp control. He should know there's a player out here somewhere. I think he heard those footsteps in from the AWP. And shots ring out from both sides. Neither one's able to connect. Molotovs in towards Sandbag. Cirque is burning. The bomb's on his back, and the flick's just not quite good enough. Evil Geniuses may have found the comeback, but Endpoint have found a 2-round lead once again. There is another buy available for the T side. Tarek will be limited, but everybody else is floating around 6 grand. And with every, yeah, they're going to buy. They're going to go for this here.
Yeah, they've got the money. Like, that's the big thing for EG is those string of rounds that they're able to get together. What was it, 4 or 5 in a row? They built up so much bank that even now that they're on the back foot, the Endpoint have been able to win a couple of good rounds in a row. They've still got the money to buy back, get that AWP back out from Cirque, nade down into Mighty Max position, does a lot of early damage, and fight comes out towards ramp. Cirque wins the opener, and even Crucial takes damage.
Yeah, they pre-aim the positions this time, expecting the AWP to swing back from the ramp entrance, and then from Flamesy to come towards the alleyway angle. But this time the M4 gets taken out by the AWP. And the AK spray do damage to Crucial. Mighty Max also getting tagged in that exchange. Surreal. 100 HP, lone player of the B defensive. So much ramp control still coming in for the CT side. And they've lost a man advantage here to Endpoint. If they're going to go for this, it's going to have to be a retake. Surreal does catch a headshot to a 4 versus 4, but he's got to stay passive. He's got to wait for his teammates to get here.
Yeah, he can't make a play from here. Unfortunately, he's just got to hope that at least the CTs are going to get there in time. The bomb still hasn't yet been planted here for the Evil Geniuses side. They don't know about the wraparound play on the lurkout from mid either.
It might not matter if they can take out the main forces. Though Stanislaw strikes, Crucial tries to turn around for it, but still the kill comes in for the T side. Right back to the man advantage of the Evil Geniuses camp. And as Robin falls, Max will be left alone. Only 9 frags deep in this map up. And the reface in towards the B site should secure the plant. He thinks they rotated. They have info as such. But now checking out the A play, realizes that Stanislaw is going to be the only man up here, hearing some footsteps. He might catch off a kill, but even Stan's going to fall back. And Max, well, the best he can do is get this exit frag, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Save onto it, right? 1 versus 2. Or does he want to try and go for this? It's risky. Yeah, I think he might want to try and have a crack at it.
He gets Oboe. It's definitely on here. Both players tagged to 60 points. Or thereabouts. Tarek turning away at the right moment. Max coming in from CT spawn. Crossfire locked, footstep heard. He wins that fight. He's got the kit. Jump facing, but he's got to look back, turn around. Because a counter backstab in from Oboe's part of things. The bomb is in the open. He's checking all angles. Going to escape the ire of the AK just about, perhaps. He now looks on, gets towards that bomb, taps it, sees Oboe, but that one tap was absolutely beautiful. And Evil Geniuses just maintain contention. These have been some really close maps.
What a tap to come in from Oboe. Mighty Max going in for that retake. It was a risk and it doesn't quite pay off. Yes, they do a lot of damage up to the T side. And now we get into a position, actually, both teams can be reset off the basis of this round. This has it all. There is no money in the reserve for either team here.
And for Endpoint, that could be everything. That could be map and match points. Surreal smoke down, M4 swing, perfect to Oboe, continues to spray. Tarek caught off to mid-control, Flamesy can't deal with him. The kill start coming in for the T side, but Mighty Max able to hold control over the moment here. Surreal on the side, oh, that pre-spray! It's beautiful against Cirque, and Surreal finds a 4K for it! And in an instant, EG are shut down! And like you said, Dweg, an absolutely huge round for them.
It's the reset. It's the reset. Who is it going to go to? Well, it goes to EG. No bomb plant in that last round. Oh my goodness, Surreal. We knew what he was able to do over in NA. We didn't know what he was able to do to NA. That's such a huge round for Endpoint. Up 14-12 now. And for Evil Geniuses, it might be another quick play in a B.
Forced by as well, so if this doesn't work, it's truly game over for them. Counter flashes coming in to stop the early plays in from mid and the stairs area. Smokes down, Surreal, past the E-box, sees shuts him out. Sees Breezy as well, can't take him, eventually does. And Max comes in with a kill of his own right. Robin back at CT will deal with the lurker of Tarek. At Endpoint, they're about to do it. We talked about how huge a victory it would be for these guys. And with Fnatic losing to Astralis 2-0 just a moment ago, this would secure them at 4th place in the group. That's a lot of points for a team like Endpoint.
Oh, it is. It is. And I'm sure the boys have been getting hyped about this one. 3 map and series points to be able to do it. EG, again, the money's just wrecked. They force bought in that last round, wasn't able to get a bomb plan. They've got to buy back in again, and now it's the rush to A.
Shot in for Crucial, gets things kicked off, spray through Flames, he gets 2 frags, continues to spray on towards Obo with a Deagle, turns around its frag, but EG have only 2 players remain, the sprays continue, and he's just getting tagged up more and more so as time goes on. Stanislaw finds that 1 frag, but it's still a man advantage for Endpoint. Wrap around from Crucial with his pistol out. Can't quite find the kills, but his teammates might just be able to do so here. They're so low on HP. Surely they shouldn't be able to fight back from this. Maybe they could actually. 2-on-2 scenario gained.
This is winnable. This is very winnable for the T side. If they're able to isolate some of these 1v1s, that could be leaning into their favor. They've got the time, they've got the opportunity of wrapping that bomb back over towards a B side, but it looks like they want to commit to A.
Taps through, Stanislaw down, all left to Obo. There's 1 player to clutch it, it would be him, but 12 points of help, I should say. And surely there's no way. He's got to get perfect taps towards these players. An Endpoint on the precipice of a big win to close out their Pro League season. They'll get it. 16-12 here on Vertigo. And it's a big 2-0 win for the Endpoint CEX side as they maintain the victory over Evil Geniuses.
That's a big result. That's a really good result coming through from Endpoint. And look, coming into this, right, you think about the storyline for them. 0-6 down in their MDL campaign. They move forward. They bring it back in the regular season. They beat out Sprout in those grand finals in the playoffs. Get that spot into Pro League. They've had a tough time, but they've beat Fnatic and they've beat Evil Geniuses for a team that everyone looked at as being last in their Group J. They've come away with 2 victories in Group D.
Absolutely, man. And who would have thought it? I know that a lot of people probably were looking at a team like Fnatic to drop down in the at the bottom end of the group stage, but I think a lot of people on paper would have definitely looked at Endpoint and said these guys are going to be the smack about team, if you will, in this particular